Acacia mangium, everybody knows that it is invasive. Across the globe it is, all right? In 1979, the National Academy of Sciences recommended this as a plant to be tried for its foraging and timber properties, all right? It's a large leguminous tree from Australia. This thing does grow like crazy, all right? Just like Trinis when they're in a club setting, right? Good form, adaptability, and it improves soil fertility, right? Potential for use as sawn timber, furniture, and veneer. Good? In Trinidad, we introduced it in 1984 in 2 locations. No, I have to go back. All right. Okay, yeah. In 2 locations, Erin in the south and Mount Harris in the north. All right, I'll get there in a while in terms of what it has been doing. Good? But what has made this species that so robust? All right? This species has become invasive and it starts producing seeds as early as 1 year. And it don't stop until it dies. Good? Trini-type people. Viable seeds, quantity of seeds, good seed bank. All right? Mode of spread, birds and bats. All right? Fast rates of growth. And it occupies sites of low fertility. In fact, we have planted it in semi-waterlogged condition and it's still growing. We have planted it in acidic soils like 3.5 to 4. It's still growing. So if we plant it in good soils, you know what is happening, right? It thrives on disturbance, especially after fire, because it needs heat in order to cause the seed to germinate, or if it passes through the gut of a bird. Right. Oh, they don't have a marker. All right. In 1984, we introduced it here and here. Now it is all over the country. I introduced it here in about 1986, all right? But it never went beyond where we introduced it over there. At Erin, which is the one on the side, right down on this side here, down here. Good? Right. In 5 years, the average height was 12 to 16 meters. The average diameter, 13 to 19 centimeters. So basically, 1 to 1. Right? The original forest that we planted it was, we cleared a Crapo Watike, a black heart type forest. The rainfall there was 1425 millimeters. It has a distinct dry season and it is fire prone. The tendency in this area has been invasive. Right? This is what is happening. It starts in the pine plantations. It moves on, competes with our new plantations. All right? And you find it anywhere. This is at least 1 or 2 or sometimes 3 miles away from where it was originally planted. And it costs money to get rid of it. Good. At Mount Harris, which is central Trinidad, same thing, same kinds of height, 11 to 16 meters, average diameter 12 to 19 in 5 years. The original forest was a Crapo fine leaf cocorite. The rainfall is over 2,500 millimeters. The dry season here is not distinct. You have intermittent rainfall during the dry season, and it is not fire prone. And over there, it is not invasive. In fact, that's an example of how it can grow in about 20 years. All right? What we have found there is that there was a root rot and a stem rot that actually kept it in check. Right? That is the same disease, I think, that is affecting it worldwide, a stem rot and a root rot that has been affecting it worldwide. Good. Now, Kimoto, that's just beyond Arima. We introduced it there in 1995. It was on a second rotation pine plantation. The rainfall there is over 200 millimeters. The dry season is not distinct, but the tendency here is very invasive. Look what you're seeing here. This shows, this plot is seedlings from, or saplings from the original plot which was planted in 1995. And that is beyond where it was planted. This here shows after fire in 2010, we have some dieback here. But again, here it is actually encroaching in the pine plantations. Arena, and we had constructed a dam, and we utilized sand from the Arena Reserve in order to do concrete works in the dam. And we had cleared about 20 hectares, about 20 or 30 feet deep in taking out the sand. So basically it was pure sand. Nothing would grow. And we introduced this in 1995 in a former, in fact, a second rotation crapo fine leaf cocoreed forest. Good? Which was managed under the Arena shelterwood system. The rainfall there is over 2,000 millimeters, which is not too far from Kimoto anyway. The pH of the soil is 4 to 5, and we did some other tests, and we found it as low as 3.5. All right? The dry season is not distinct, but the tendency here also is also invasive. This is planted on dead sand, and it grows like crazy. Good shape. But we picked up the stem rot in the area also. Northern range. We have the most extensive plantings of acacia is on the northern range, where we have at least 80 hectares planted across the northern range from, you can say, Arima down to Chagaramas. And the rainfall there in that area where it has been planted is less than 1,500 millimeters. All right? The tendency here also is very invasive. But what it has been doing, it has been reducing the number of fires because it is reducing the grass, the population of grass, and it is serving as a nurse crop for the more valuable species to come in, such as the cedar and the sip and those kinds of species which can be used for timber. But it is growing extremely fast on the northern range. Good. Most of our quarries are located in the Matura, Melao, and Valencia forest reserves in the northeast. And when quarry operators finish with a quarry, they abandon it. They used to abandon it way back when. But now the Ministry of Energy and Energy Resources forces them, because of the new EIA rules and whatnot, to actually replant. But nothing will grow on an abandoned quarry site except grass. Okay? And someone, by error, took this plant and tried it on the abandoned quarried sites. Okay? And even though the pH in these areas have been extremely low and the situation is extremely harsh, acacia has overtaken the area now, and it is also serving as a nurse crop for the other valuable species to come in. So you find that this here is showing where the original plants are in the back, but now you're getting seedlings of the acacia in the quarries taking over and doing an extremely good job at quarry rehabilitation. See? All right? Now I could talk. Invasive across most sites tested except at Mount Harris and Moruga. As fires increase in ecosystems across the island, acacia will invade other sites. The use of acacia in the northern range is showing that it can act as a nurse crop until the valuable local species can establish itself, and in the rehabilitation of quarries, since local species do not grow until the conditions improve. Thank you.